All right, in this explainer, we're going to crack open what we're calling the code of control. It's basically the mental framework for building that unstoppable inner strength. So let's get right into it. We're going to deconstruct that quiet power you see in some of your favorite characters. Because, true strength doesn't always have to roar. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the most centered. So, what does this mastery even look like? Let's start with the archetype, the ideal we're aiming for. I mean, just look at these characters. The lone warrior, the masked strategist, they just radiate this sense of control and confidence, right? And it's not through loud displays, but through a quiet, focused presence. You can feel their power, you don't just hear it. So what gives them this edge? Well, here's the secret. Their power isn't some gift they were born with. Nope. It's the result of taming a powerful force that exists inside every single one of us. So what does that internal force look like before it's been harnessed? Well, for most of us, the starting point is just pure, untamed chaos. And this right here, this is what that energy feels like. It's raw, it's untamed, and it has absolutely immense potential. Now, this energy can be chaotic and super destructive if you let it run wild, but it's also the source of true strength once you get it under control. This really presents a fundamental choice. Are you going to let that potential run wild and create chaos, or are you going to learn how to harness it? The real question is how? How do you actually transform this raw energy into focused power? The answer is in a simple but really powerful code. A set of principles that are basically the tools for this transformation. This is the blueprint for building that inner control. And what's key here is that these principles aren't just a list, they're a sequence. They build on each other to forge that final state of control. First up, you've got focus. That's the ability to direct your attention and your energy toward a single point, to tune out all the noise and just lock in on what matters. Then comes discipline. This is the practice of choosing what you want most over what you want right now. It's the engine that keeps you going even when motivation runs dry. And discipline is reinforced by consistency. The art of showing up and putting in the work day after day, especially when you don't feel like it. And when you combine focus, discipline, and consistency together, they forge the final outcome, true internal control. This isn't just another step. It's the mastery you achieve by applying those first 3 pillars. Okay, so let's look at how these pillars actually forge that state of control. This is really the how-to part of the code. Think of it this way. Focus is your lens. It answers the question of what you're aiming for. Without it, your energy is scattered, like a weak light bulb. But with it, you concentrate all that energy into a powerful laser beam, sharpening your intent and directing your power. So focus is the what, discipline is the how, and it's not about punishment, it's about training yourself to follow through on your own commitments. It's that internal promise you keep to yourself to do the hard work it takes to get where you want to go. And this just illustrates the outcome of discipline perfectly. It's a direct trade-off. Every time you choose discipline, you are choosing control. Every time you choose the easy way out, you're choosing an excuse. It's that simple. Consistency is the engine that drives this whole process. It answers the question of when. And the answer is every day. It's not about one big heroic effort. It's about the small, repeated efforts that compound over time. This is how you turn a single decision into your actual character. So, what's the end result of all this work? What does it look like when these principles transform that raw internal energy into true mastery? This is the transformation. This is the journey from being a slave to your impulses, like you see on the left, to becoming the master of your own direction, like the warrior on the right. From being pushed around by your inner chaos to wielding it as a source of strength. The final form is one of quiet confidence, where your actions are aligned with your goals. You're no longer fighting against yourself. Instead, your mind, your will, and your actions are all pointing in the same direction. That is true power. In the end, this code isn't just something to understand. It's a set of tools to be used. Focus, discipline, and consistency. They demand action. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with them?